Hello to you all, my dear friends, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about another short story titled The Lady or the Tiger by Frank R. Stockton. Now, this short story is about a king's approach to justice. Now, this is a semi-barbaric king in whose kingdom, if a subject is accused of a crime, then the subject would be made to stand in a royal arena and he would be made to choose between the two doors. Now, behind one door, they would place a fierce tiger who would eat up the man alive, and that's how the subject would be proved guilty of the crime. And behind the other door, they would place a fair maiden with whom the subject would be married immediately, irrespective of whether he is already married or not. So that's how the subject would be proved innocent this time. This is the way of serving justice in this king's empire. One day, the king discovers that his own daughter, who happens to be the apple of the eye of the king, now his own daughter, the princess, is in love with a young, brave, handsome man who is not of royal birth. And so this is the greatest of the crime in the sight of the king. This young man is also made to stand in the royal arena, and he also is being made to choose between the two doors. Now this time the princess also is sitting with the king at the right hand of the king, and as is the tradition, this young man comes, bows before the king, and in that moment the princess and her lover, this young man, is able to exchange signals between them. Their chemistry is so strong. So the young man asks the princess behind which door is placed what? And so the princess signals this young man to the right door. We see that the princess is able to manage to know that behind which door is placed what? She knew exactly behind which door is the tiger and behind which door is a fair maiden. And this time the princess knew the fair maiden as well. This fair maiden is the most beautiful lady in the entire palace, who has aroused jealousy with the princess previously. The princess doesn't like her at all. And so the princess signals this man to the right door. This man now has to pick up between the two doors. And at this point, the author has nearly ended the story and has made a direct conversation with the readers. That's the most beautiful part of the story, which I like. Now the author has made a conversation with all of us and has asked us, what do you think that behind the right door is placed what? Has the princess really given the right signal to this young man? Because it was very difficult for the princess to decide. You see, that princess is in love with this young man, and if she would give the signal to the door behind which is a fierce tiger, the fierce tiger would eat up the man alive, and the princess would not want to see that. And if she would give the signal to the door behind which is a maiden, the princess would also not be able to see her lover being married to the girl whom she disliked the most. So it was a very difficult decision for the princess, of course. And so the story is open for the interpretations of the readers, that what do we think, whether the princess has given the signal to the door of the tiger or whether the princess has given the signal to the door of this maiden. Now, here the story ends, and I believe that this is the most beautiful piece of modern English literature in which the story has ended with an open conclusion and it is open for the reader's interpretations. It is one of the most beautiful part about the story is that the author has made a direct conversation with the readers, and that is also something which I like the most. So I have provided the link for this story in the description. You can read this story following the link in the description, and you can comment your opinions about this story as well in the comment section. So I wait for your opinions. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.